Good morning. Welcome. Another episode of Midweek Point and Click. We are playing Unavowed. It is our second episode. A very mature point and click game. Um, how you doing, Steve?
Hey, not bad.
When was the first moment you realized that this game was more mature than the rest that we've played?
I think I went in, I guess, but the knowing it was reasonably, or at least had the trappings of being adult. But I guess when we first walked into that room with the corpses that our character had killed right at the start, the ones that the demon later feasted on.
Right. Before then, there was even a stab in the face of scissors, and after then was our face got eaten off. But yeah,
Yeah,
very shocking. I'm here for it, to be honest. It's a little bit different to the rest, but so far so good. Psycho, welcome in. How you doing? Good to see you. How um how much do you remember from last week, Steve? I'm sure you've got a crystal
I think I
memory.
remember a fair bit. Um, I just have to say, like with this game, like because I enjoyed going through Broken Sword to with you and everyone else, but it was a bit of a flat line overall as a game, and then this one's completely different. Where because I really like the story that it's gone so far.
Hmm.
I'm worried that like point and clicks usually the last act. It's sort of just um, the story is mostly relevant, but I'm hoping this one isn't the same. But yeah, the I really like the story so far. That's what I remember is there was an initial prologue where we get exercised at the start at the top of a roof. Um,
And that's exorcised, as in like spirits. You're not on the roof doing yoga or anything like that.
no, we could have been exercising before that,
Mm.
but yeah, we get exorcised. Um, I guess the minor point, because it's one of the moral decisions, is it attracts a demon, and then we incapacitate the demon. We have a choice to kill the demon or allow it to feast on the body, so it has enough energy to go back. Um, then there's a sort of League of Extraordinary Gentlemen kind of opening where we go back to their headquarters. I know between then, I think that's where we had the flashback of. Now,
How we
when we
were
got
possessed.
exercised, we had the flashback of how we got infected or how we got possessed,
Hmm.
where we stabbed our. We're an actor in a play, and we killed the writer. The writer's the one that could have introduced us to the demon. But we killed the writer. We got possessed, and then we killed the writer and the other actor.
Mm.
Um, then basically, we then just got sent on a mission. So I thought it was going to be pretty standard after that, but we found out the mission was actually caused by our. It's a mess that was caused by our possessed past,
Hmm. Exactly.
where there's a. We apparently, as a demon, um, made up cult of homeless people, and we cured them. We had them do a bloodletting ritual, but we cured them of their diseases and illnesses. But then we left them to dry, and they weren't able to. Their illnesses came back, and they weren't able to do the. Um, they were trying to do the ritual, but they, without powers, I guess they couldn't um, maintain it, maintain their health, and the whole thing fell apart. At one stage, someone died because they bloodlet too much because they were so desperate to make the ritual work. Um, and yes, it was a very interesting thing. And then we found out one of the people ended up becoming a fire elemental. Well, we didn't know that. Yeah, we knew that. We tried to cure him, but what we found out was his body, his original had died.
Hmm.
The fire elemental was a copy, like it was like a product caused by his death.
Yeah, it was like his
Um,
soul became physical in fire form while his body was. We found
yeah,
him in a fridge.
yeah, because he was ultra cold. Like, yeah. Um, but then, yeah, so we had another moral decision of whether we send him home or um, kill him, basically.
Hmm. And we decided to send him home.
Yeah, which especially I was disappointed that we sent that other demon home. This one, I'm sort of glad we did, just because partly because of the story behind it. He's not a demon; he's an innocent, but also anything to piss off that asshole that runs our chapter of the Unavowed, because he wasn't happy we sent the demon home. So
Oh, I
if we
mean,
can piss him off again,
The
Yeah, the
avatar
gin.
that you are at the moment.
Yeah, another gin back at the headquarters.
Yeah.
He got pissed off at us that we sent the demon back home, so
Hmm.
I'm glad we can go back to him and say we sent someone else back home too,
For sure.
just because he's a bit of a prick.
Alrighty. Good summary. Good summary. I'll start the game and share it with you now. I think as well we were able to make our own character at the start, which was very interesting.
Oh yeah, that was just gender and name, wasn't it?
And occupation,
Oh yeah.
which I think is how you actually start the game. Yeah, it is.
Is that interesting? Would have been completely different depending on which occupation he picked.
Yeah, potentially. Alright, how's that? How are the volume levels? It's a little bit loud in my ears, but I can probably turn it down in my headset.
It's okay for me, but I don't know about stream.
Alright. He's on Fire is the one we did. Alright. Yeah, it's good now. I think it was just loud music. Got the Mocha Pot. Oh yeah, as far as adventure games, it does a really cool thing where rather than clicking on items, it's just a hover over it and it tells you the description of it, which is... I don't think I've seen that before, but it's good. A whole pot of espresso just for you. Somehow it's always hot. Oh, it's a bloody spirit coffee. Bottle of brandy, crusted with age.
Well, it's a magical version of a Shojoroshi.
Sure. Outside you can see the hustle of downtown nightlife and the street life below. There's certainly some eclectic reading matter in the bookcase. I suppose we've just come back from our mission too, so we'll be confronting the djinn. A little brass elephant, a memento of Siam written on the underside. An empty stained old sea chest. This rusted sword looks like it might break if you coughed loudly. A scratched up Ouya controller. A silver crucifix might be useful if vampires are real. Wouldn't put it past them, I reckon vampires are real. Faded old poster of a heavy metal band, Access of Weevil. Alright.
But possibly not the digital ones. Of course, have the. I think if they're in here, they'll have a spin on it.
Mm-hmm. She's got croissant for feet.
Yeah, kind of looking at that. I'm assuming they're supposed to be sandals.
Sharp little knives dot the surface of the target. This training dummy is covered in deep scratches. She ferociously attacks the practice dummy with her sword. There's not a drop of sweat on her.
Good. You are awake. I was hoping to talk to you.
Uh-oh.
There is nothing to worry about, I assure you. You have completed your first field mission. You must have thoughts. I am curious as to what they are. What are you feeling at the moment?
I'm eager to get back out there.
That is refreshing to hear. For some of us, the Unavowed is a calling. For others, a duty. But for you, I have
duty.
seen you in action. I have seen you react under pressure. You were clearly meant for this life.
You really think so?
I would not say so if it were not true. Your old life, your life on the stage, prepared you for this. It made your mind flexible, open to new ideas, and new ways of thinking. In this day and age, that is more important than ever.
So you're saying the Unavowed is old-fashioned?
We are an ancient institution. We need new energy, new minds, new hearts. The Unavowed has been without that for a very long time. At any rate, I detect no falsehood within you. You spoke the truth to me. Thank you. I will return to my training now.
Before we go see the butthole leader, let's go see old mate. The mage, wizard, sorcerer. Oh, hello. We haven't seen that before.
Mm.
Eli stares into the flickering fireball.
Oh, hi. Didn't see you there. I was just reading some old texts with Firesight.
You what? Right. Firesight, of course.
Sarcasm received and understood. Sorry. It's a fire magic trick. Lets me read any book that was consumed by flame. It's a bit of a strain on the eyes, but beggars can't be choosers.
That's kind of cool.
Being a mage has its moments.
Mage.
I won't deny it. Although I can't say the same about this book. It's an old Sumerian text about death magic. Really long, really boring. But I used to read books about S-Corp tax code for fun back when I was an accountant. I can handle boring. Ah well. See you at the meeting.
What's the most boring book you've ever read, Steve?
I was at the tip of my tongue.
The name of the book, or that was what the book is called?
Now I'm trying to think, because I know that's probably happened.
Mine was 1Q84.
Oh, yeah, I remember you talking about that.
Yeah. It'll always be tarnished in my mind as being so boring that my jaw hurt from yawning so much.
Mine, I don't know if this is fair because it was an audiobook. Like, I got the audiobook version, so maybe you're not supposed to consume it like that, but there's a book that called Infinite Jest that I was told is really, really good, and I put it on, and it was partly annoying, but mostly just nothing happened in it. It's just the guy just talking.
Maybe that was the whole... That was like a meta thing. Whoever recommended it, that was their infinite jest of making you read something.
Yeah.
Murakami? Yes, Psycho, it was. It was brutal. What
Yeah,
about...
there's probably like in the book, the one thing I remember, because maybe it's the least boring part, is like there's maybe like a few pages where the guy's just talking about his bong, like what it looks like.
Oh. As in, like, it went in so much detail it was irrelevant and just boring?
Oh, yeah. Oh, actually, yeah, because it's like, I used to have a blue one, but this was an orange one. Yeah.
Sounds like
That's
Terry
what I'm
Pratchett
assuming.
bullshit.
Terry Pratchett's fantastic.
Nah, he's the same thing. He goes on and on and
Yeah, but he's
on.
clever when he does it. It's very... The tangents are why you mostly read his books.
Yeah, that's why I'm mostly never read his books, I guess. Each their own. Like, you enjoy it, it's great. For me, A lot of people used to say that Lord of the Rings was boring too, but I don't get that. What about you, Psycho? Alright. One quick question.
Fire away.
Yeah, the singing in Lord of the Rings, you just skip over. You don't really need to, they don't add any input other than their singing. Any book you've read about accounting or corporations, graduate school? Yeah. Textbooks are a bit different though, I think.
That's what the one I remember reading or hearing something about Lord of the Rings that made sense. So it's got so many elements for different people, so you just skip over the bits. Like the singing, you can just skip over that. But like one of the other elements was like if you like fighting, that's in there, and war. If you like constructed languages, like languages and constructed languages, that's in there. If you like herbalism, like nature and like herbalism and classification of stuff, there's that with like King's Root or whatever that thing's called, but like it goes into botany stuff in this. Even though it's not real botany, it goes into botany stuff like and mythology, because it is originally was supposed to be like a mythology telling of very similar to like you.
What if you hated fantasy but you loved songs? It'd be the longest song book you've ever read because you'd be skipping most of it. All right, let's see. You mentioned something about being an accountant.
That's right. Back in my mundane days. Back before my powers kicked in.
That's right.
I worked at the firm Weisel, Meltzer, and Sherman. There used to be a Beckett somewhere in the middle of that, but, well, you know.
guess actually, it's maybe unfair because it's not the worst, but I read a Le Carre book, which is the guy that wrote Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. And I got it for, I think my mum got it for me for birthday or something like that, because it's like, oh, this person's supposed to be a really good author. But it just went nowhere. But it wasn't bad. Like, it wasn't like every page was a slog, but overall, it was very unsatisfying because overall the story, which is probably like, well, this wasn't a spy thing, but it's probably how real world events go. There's no like 3-act structure, but I just read the whole thing and it was like elements, the individual elements I like with individual scenes, but overall it's like there's really no point to any of it.
That's the worst, when there's no point, or whether a book is boring more than a movie or something because of the amount of effort you put into it.
Yeah.
The Turn of the Screw. Is that like The Taming of the Shrew? That's a book, right? I'm not just making that up. My brain is not just reading that weird. Taming of a Shrew? Is that like Shakespeare or something? I
Was
don't
that
know.
Shakespeare? I thought it was.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. The Turn of the Screw sounds like a torture book. Alright. Could I ask you about some of those pictures on your walls?
Sure, I guess.
Oh, we didn't do this last time. The house. The mailbox says Beckett.
You know what they say. If it's yours, put your name on it. But yeah, that's my house. Well, 50 years ago it was my house. Had to leave it behind when my powers kicked in. And the worst part? I was only 5 installments away from paying off the mortgage.
Wow.
That's one of those things that says you're old when that's actually a bummer. When you're a kid, you don't, I guess that's something, but you don't understand the full impact of that.
It's also weird, like, that he knows how many payments of his mortgage he has left. Like, I wouldn't have a clue.
I would have thought if you're that close, you would just try and pony up enough money just to kill it.
A picture of you on the desk.
Yep, that's me, hard at work. I can even remember the account.
hardly
I was
working,
working
right?
at. This dress manufacturer in Midtown, booming business, lots of numbers, tons of paperwork. Took me months to sort through it all. I loved every minute of it.
Curious about that wedding picture.
Well, I can't deny that's me. Almost 70 years ago that was taken. Could we not talk about this yet?
Okay, we need to have a better relationship. What are you and Mandana doing at that photo by the door?
We were feeding the birds.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
You expected something else? There's nothing special about it. Just an ordinary day.
Kinky.
enough about pictures. Let's talk about something else.
Sure.
Thoughts on the last mission?
I don't know. I just keep thinking about Jordan, wondering if he's okay. I'm gonna live a long time, but even when I'm dust in the wind, he'll still be out there. I only hope he's still himself.
I'm really curious about yourself.
I guess if we're gonna work together, we should know each other.
Yeah.
Ask away.
Alright. What kind of stuff happened?
I bared my soul enough for one day. Barely even know you. Let's talk about something
Hang
else.
on. Actually, I'll leave you to it.
Practice makes perfect.
He's like, yeah, let's get to know each other. You ask him a question. I don't really know you that well. Alright. Your mate, Steve.
Mm-hmm.
To send you aid would leave our own domain
Starscream.
undefended. You know this, Kalash.
Undefended against what? Ours is the only domain under attack.
Your charter is quite clear. Recruitment is your responsibility.
You accuse me of negligence. Just how many agents are currently in your employ?
That is precisely the point. We have no agents to spare. I am sorry, Kalash.
So am I, Aralax. New York is getting overwhelmed. When that happens, they will come for you.
Then we must be ready when it comes. Aralax out.
May Jahannam swallow you whole.
Oof.
Ah, you heard that, did you?
Yeah, we did. Now, Steve, when you get older, do you reckon you'll do your eyebrows like this guy? Where they spike up at the sides?
I don't think so.
No? Okay. Trim him down. You said you were getting overwhelmed?
Certainly. No doubt about it. It is no secret that threats have been escalating. I had hoped to appeal for aid and fill up our ranks. Alas, we are on our own. I respect Lady Aralax, but I should have known better. Never ask a dragon for anything.
What?
You will always regret it.
But we do all the work, good sir. You just stay back here and do nothing.
Yeah.
He commands attention, even when he's standing passively in the room. What is that crystal? Some kind of magic phone?
A magic phone? I suppose that is one way of describing it. There are shards of this crystal in every branch of the Unavowed. It allows us to communicate, for whatever good that does.
Did I hear right? You were speaking to a dragon?
A dragon at the head of the Dublin branch of the Unavowed. Yes, she is old, stuck in her ways. I suppose the same could be said of most of us.
About last night.
Not now. My opinion will be given during the meeting, rest assured.
Hold the meeting.
Yes, duty calls.
Duty.
I have appealed once more for aid. It has been rejected.
Huh. This is my surprised face.
Why do you bother with those cowards, Father?
Show some respect. They are correct. Stubborn, but correct.
You think they shouldn't send us help?
I didn't say that. I said that there are rules, and they are following them. Each branch is responsible for its own defense and recruitment. In this respect, I have been negligent.
So have all the branches, Father. A sudden rise in threats would have caught any city unprepared.
And we're that city. Lucky us.
I shall appeal again, rest assured. In the meantime, let us go over last night's events.
Let's. I think it went really well.
That is to be determined. Daughter, I trust you have recuperated from your ordeal with the fire elemental.
I have. There do not appear to be any other ill effects.
So you aren't entirely positive?
I took all the necessary precautions, but one is never entirely positive.
Then I will have to accept that. However, I am deeply concerned that this mundane was able to acquire such a powerful spell in the first place.
I gave it to him, or rather, my demon self did.
Yes, but why? Why would a demon do such a thing?
Why do demons do anything?
To create havoc, obviously. Why else?
No, this was too focused, too targeted. We are not dealing with a mindless spirit bent on chaos and destruction. This demon had a plan, a purpose. We need to learn what it was.
And how do we do that?
Funny you should say that.
Ah, I know that look. You did as I asked, Mage Beckett?
Yes, I did, sir. And it worked. Well, working. It's not quite done yet.
What are you referring to?
Oh, the ritual knife. I did a thaumaturgic scan.
Ah, thaumaturgic scan. Okay, cool. Assume this is a good thing?
I couldn't be sure until I did the scan, but I did find something interesting. The knife was imbued with a very specific energy signature. Your demon's energy, to be precise.
Was it Satan
it's
himself?
Connected to you, and you alone. That's why you were the only one who could use it properly. Which means we can track it.
Ah. I sense a butt coming. Jesus, that escalated.
Well, I can track the energy signature, but the demon's out of your body now. Its energy signature has changed. I can only track where it's been when it was in your body.
So where did the demon take me?
It was busy, I'll say that much. It was all over the map. I'm trying to narrow it down to the areas of greatest activity, but it's slow going. So far, the scan's got you pegged in two places. The Bronx, around Gun Hill Station, and Staten Island, by the ferry terminal.
So we go and what? Just look around?
It's a tactic that's worked well for us so far.
Very well. Check both areas for void activity and any sign of the demon. We'll show those idiots on the council what New York is made of. Meeting adjourned.
You gonna join us this time? Oh, guess not.
Of course not.
Sweet. Alright.
The hour grows late, and the trail grows cold. Let us be off.
The Bronx and Staten Island? Good thing I refilled my Metro card last week.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully the company pays for your Metro card. Ooh, like the jazz.
Eli, you are tapping the edge of your book.
I am?
Yes, it is quite aggressive.
Choose your destination. How do we do
Yeah, I
that?
think you might click the things at the
Mine
top.
must have wandered. Sorry about that. I'll stop.
Maybe not.
Oh, map.
Thank
Oh, yeah.
you.
Alright, well. Saku, you want to choose where we go? We have the Astor Place Station. I think that's where we were last week. The Gun Hill Station in the Bronx. Or St. George Terminal, Staten Island. We've already been to East Village. It has to be one of the other two. I think if we go to East Village, the Gin Daddy will ream us. Staten Island, let's do it. New York, New York.
Staten Island Ferry.
Yeah, I've never been there either. Oh,
I know that song. Lowlands Away, isn't it?
Yes, an old shanty. Being at sea just reminds me of younger days.
Well, don't let me stop you. We could use a bit of cheer on a dreary night like this.
No, I shall not lose myself in the past. Let us proceed.
I don't know if going to Staten Island is really being at sea, right? Anyway, that's...
It's just a boat ride reminder of that being at sea.
The ferry terminal is deserted this time of night. Interesting color palette with the orange-red sky. The walkway extends east towards the marina. The promenade leads west towards a large sculpture. Alright, let's go over to the marina. Ugh. Ah!
Summoner, you have made a grave error. Return me to my world immediately.
Hear me out, General.
I have no time for talk. You summoned me in the middle of battle. I am the general commander. Without me, my soldiers are doomed to failure.
They were doomed to failure anyway.
It matters not. They are under my command. It is no secret our efforts are going poorly. Perhaps even futile. They poison our waters. They destroy our resources, our homes, our lives. So we fight. Outnumbered and outmatched. But what choice do we have?
A choice is exactly what I'm offering you.
We choose to live. If you have counsel to offer, I am listening.
Then listen close. Hello, Verdant Tree. Good morning.
Was that?
One of the merfolk? I cannot say for certain.
What power drilled into my skull?
Whoa, take it easy.
Yes, try and get your bearings.
You can lean over the rail if you need to, throw up. I guarantee nobody will notice the smell around here.
Oh, brutal. Sick burn on Staten
You
Island.
seem all right.
Yeah.
Good.
Did I hear you right? Was that a mermaid?
One of the merfolk, yes. The demon summoned it. But how? To open such a path takes tremendous energy. Energy that a demon alone should not possess. Such a thing is impossible. And yet, I spoke it. So it must be true.
Oh, that's right. Her power is that she can only speak the truth. Or one of powers. So mer people exist?
Yes, and the less you express your surprise at every supernatural encounter, the faster we can get on with things.
Fair.
Speaking of, let us venture forward. We will learn nothing standing here in the rain.
So, I mean, does she only speak universal truths, or is it she that just that she can't intentionally lie?
Oh, you mean like what she believes is the truth rather than what is literally the truth?
Yeah, because the way she said that, like, it's almost like the movie Lie Lie, where he says something and he talks about because he's trying to get to the toilet as a break, and he says, "Oh," the guy says, "You should hold it," and he goes, "Oh, holding it can cause prostate problems if you do it too much." And he goes, "Is that true?" And he goes, "Well, I said it, so it must be true." Which doesn't make sense to the judge because he doesn't know there's the curse, but yeah, he says that, suggesting that he wouldn't even be able to say something he's not sure about, whether it's true or not. But the way she said that suggests that it's like for her to say, "Well, I said it, so it must be true."
Must be universal truth then.
Yeah, just is that weird.
Yes.
You know anything about this area?
This was all farmland, once upon a time. At least, that is the way I remember it. Over 150 small farms, and one palatial estate belonging to him.
You're gonna complain about Captain Billop again, aren't you?
It is not a complaint. It is the truth. Have you heard the myth surrounding that man? It is a total falsehood.
The myth of Captain Billop? Tell me.
It's weird because if she only talks universal truths, she could try to say, "The demon wants this, the demon wants that," and keep going until she finally says something, and then she'll know. Like, you could use that as an investigation tool.
Here we go.
Hush. Hundreds of years ago, the ownership of this island was in dispute between New York and New Jersey. So, the Duke of York made a challenge. If the island could be circumnavigated by a vessel in 24 hours, it would be given to New York. The story goes that Captain Christopher Billop performed this feat, and thus Staten Island belongs to New York to this day. But it did not happen that way. The city was under attack by the Bish Khan. My mother commandeered Billop's vessel. She chased it around the whole island before killing it. Billop was drunk in his cabin the entire time, and yet he was awarded a 1,600-acre estate. Still, one must not dwell, as tempting as it may be.
That's right, because her mum's that red-headed pirate. Your mother was a ship captain?
Of a sort. I believe the correct term is pirate captain, but I do not wish to dwell on the past. Not at the moment. Ask me later, when we are finished here.
Sure. Any thoughts on what we should do?
If your demon was here, then we will find evidence of it soon enough.
Who are the merfolk?
My father used to tell me stories of them. Millennia ago, they would traverse the void between our worlds quite freely. They were a peaceful, generous people. Many a drowning sailor was saved by the lucky chance of a merfolk being nearby. But, judging by your vision, that has since changed.
Thanks.
Agreed.
Yeah, the Wu-Tang Clan and Impractical Jokers as well.
Yeah, Q from Impact. Oh yeah, it's all his mates too, so they would all be from Staten Island.
Yeah.
What's up?
So I knew it was from Staten Island because I originally heard Q on him and two others of Kevin Smith's friends had a podcast under like Kevin's like stable because he did his own podcast, and one stage he got his friends to do their own.
Yeah.
And Q was on that, so I mostly heard him talk about various things, but also known he's from Staten Island because they would always take the piss out of his accent and the fact that he's from Staten Island.
It's kind of strange that New York in general isn't that big, but there's so many different varieties of accent. Do you know anything about this area?
Staten Island. It's like a big, small town, isn't it? I used to have an aunt who lived out here, back when it was called Richmond County. She's probably dead now. At 132 years old, she'd have to be.
Who are the merfolk?
I've never actually met one, but from what I've read, they used to come to our world quite often. There are countless stories about mer creatures helping a
Checks
drowning
out.
sailor. They were a fairly peaceful race. Going by your vision, I'm not sure that's accurate anymore.
Could you fire read something for me?
Sure. What do you need?
Actually, let me think about something else.
Fire away.
Hey. What do you think we should do now?
We only just got off the ferry. Let's take a look around first.
That's fair. That's
Right.
all. All
So you
right.
could read all the books at the Walton Alexandria.
Yep. Okay. Nothing to report here. I don't like the idea that she's wearing sandals in the rain, because that would be absolutely horrible. To Richmond Terrace. Let's go the other way before we go to Richmond Terrace.
Eli, I've been meaning to ask, how are you coping?
Huh? I'm coping fine. Why?
Until recently, we have only entered the field once or twice a month. Now we are out almost every day.
Yeah.
I was worried it might be a strain on you.
You kidding? This is great. I'm working. I'm doing something. I'm not just stuck in my lab. So don't you worry about me, Mandy. I'm fine.
Cool.
So
Uh-oh.
he's like the others.
There are no others.
Janie, this is rotten and you know it.
It's a tragedy, Vicky. That's all this is.
God damn it. You know what? I need a drink. Come talk to me if you want to do your damn job.
Hope that's not Chris's blood. The body is covered in mildew-stained tarp. Oh, okay. It's just
Sorry, sir.
tall.
You shouldn't be here. You need to leave.
I'm a reporter from the Staten Island Gazette. What happened here?
Is that still in business? I'll cooperate as much as I can, but I can't tell you much. This is just a tragedy. A senseless tragedy.
Who's a woman you were arguing with?
Vicky? Nobody. Stay clear of her if you know what's good for you.
What kind of tragedy?
It's a tragedy. Just a tragedy. A senseless tragedy.
Oh. Can you be a bit more detailed? What kind of tragedy?
It's a tragedy. That's all this is.
Let's try this again. What happened?
It's
Let me guess. A tragedy?
a tragedy. That's all this is.
Oh, it's like she's got some sort of hoodwinked magic spell over her. Alright, see you
Sure.
around.
Please try and stay clear.
I wonder if we can...
I have nothing to say.
Okay.
Don't know what I'd say.
Okay, fair enough. Alright, looks like we're going the other way then. Richmond Terrace.
That's crap and you know it.
Keep your voice down.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wouldn't want to embarrass you.
Jesus, V. It's not that. You can't be here. Everyone already looks at me funny. Can't you just stop?
People are dead. How many are gonna pile up before you do something?
Ex-cop,
It's
what do you think?
tragedy, Vicky. That's all this is.
Oh, another tragedy.
Right, sure. I'm getting a drink. See you around, Donnie.
Bye.
Donnie does sound like a Staten
Island
Island name. Yeah.
Yeah.
A shiny new sign from the 120th precinct of Staten Island. This cop is barely out of his teens. He's entranced by his phone. I'm guessing that music's coming from his phone.
Huh? Sorry. I was a bit
Yeah.
distracted.
You're waiting for a bus?
Yep, saving up to buy a car. Until then, I ride the bus with the plebes. Could be worse. At least cops ride free.
Ah. You look pretty engrossed on your phone there.
I guess I am. You ever play Trollgate? It's like digital crack. I created a character when I was like 16. They got me hooked for life.
So last week. Couldn't help but overhear what argument you were having.
Nobody. You didn't see me with anyone.
Sorry to tell you, but I did see you arguing with someone.
Shit. I mean, crap. Damn it, Vicky. Why do you have to screw up everything? Don't tell anyone, okay? I'll never hear the end of it.
There's some kind of problem?
With Vicky, there's always a problem. And that's all I'm gonna say.
There's a dead body around the corner?
Janie's on that one, isn't she? It's a tragedy. That's all it is.
Oh, see, his eyes went weird when he said that? What kind of tragedy?
Like I said, it's just a tragedy. A tragedy. That's all it is.
See you around, officer.
Right. See you.
A heavy oak door to the police station. Alright. Old-timey photos of cops and cop cars. This plant looks plastic. A steamy mug of black coffee to ward off the cold on a rainy night. Here, here. The officer is taking advantage of the quiet night to get some paperwork done.
Yes? What is it? Sorry. I thought you looked a bit familiar. But no. It was just a trick of the light.
I just have one of those faces.
A useful skill to have, in my line of work. In any case, while I'd love to chat, I have a mountain of paperwork to get through. Unless there's something else I could help you with?
What do you do here?
Captain Joy Harrison, at your service. Filling out paperwork, a specialty.
Saw a woman named Vicky arguing with a cop outside.
Is she bothering my officers again? That woman just can't let things go.
Could you tell me about Vicky?
What's to tell? She used to be one of my finest detectives. Now she's not. I feel for her. I really do. But until she gets the help she needs to stay out of our way. Now, unless that's all.
Vicky needs help? What kind of help?
Mental help. The kind you need a PhD to prescribe medication for.
Brutal.
She refuses to get it. And it's only making her condition worse. Heaven helps those who help themselves, as they say. It's out of my hands.
About Vicky.
I do not gossip about my officers, even suspended ones. Please take your idle speculation elsewhere.
So long.
Yes, well, if you'll excuse me, I have now paperwork to clear.
Okay. Down the street.
Vinny, come on.
Vinny!
We go back.
You think I don't know that? But you keep bothering people. You keep bothering me.
She was your wife, you asshole.
It was a tragedy, Vicky. That's all it was.
You're serious?
Dead-ass serious. Now leave, Santina.
Well, screw you too, buddy.
Wow. Everyone's been hoodwinked.
Again with the just a tragedy.
Yes, the deadpan delivery, the blank expression. Something is definitely amiss.
Jam storage. A door to the storage facility looks unlocked. Could go in there. That's... Oh, okay. This storage unit is completely empty. A tightly closed storage unit door. An old box lies forgotten on a platform truck. An elevator to higher floors. Okay, absolutely nothing in here. A small ventilation duct. A small card reader that is embedded next to the door. Alright. Oh, hang on. We could probably use someone's powers. You're pretty good at opening shit.
I fail to see how I can be of use there.
Okay. What about firemen?
Not sure what you want me to do there.
Okay. Let's go chase down Vicky. Oh, a dark alley snakes its way between the bar and the storage facility. Let's go check that out. Ooh, a ghost!
Another ghost. And in a back alley, no less.
We didn't
Whoever this
communicate
was,
with that last.
they are beyond our help.
No, but it was the old man's
I know.
ghost, we learned.
Ignore the
Yeah.
ghost. I get it.
What if, I'm gonna call it here, what if Vicky's mental shininess means she can talk to ghosts and she's gonna join our team? That would be pretty cool. Robot Spacer, how you doing? I hope that is the case.
Yeah, because at the last act, I thought we were going to figure out a way, and they're going to go, oh, you're amazing. I never figured out how to communicate with ghosts, but looks like what they said might be true, where they're just something you see, but can't interact either way.
Hello?
The living cannot communicate with the dead. It is the way of things. I am sorry.
I'm doing very well, Space. I think you would absolutely love this game. Can you hear me?
No response. I am not surprised.
Could I ask you a few questions?
I've tried talking to ghosts before. They never respond.
I wonder if that is the case, Steve, and we can talk to ghosts later. I wonder if that means we can go back and talk to the man in East Village.
Yeah, maybe. Well, I'm starting to think maybe you can't. Like, the fact that we couldn't get that first one.
Yeah. Keypad. Beep, boop, beep, boop. Okay.
From a Gruber type code.
Locked. Alright, let's speak to Vindog.
Hey, new faces, alright.
Hey, Vinny, bada bing!
Are you still fourth?
He's even dressed like Vinny. Flyer for a psychic hotline. Ooh, I like the music. Drink of the month is Vinny's vodka martini. Sounds tempting.
Hey,
This your place?
my name's on the sign.
So you are Vinny.
You're a sharp one.
So I have been told.
Ha, I like you guys.
I mean, that's kind of silly because the bartender's name is not necessarily going to be the name on the bar. Like Young and Jackson, the bartenders aren't called Young and Jackson.
Unless they only hire people that have the surnames Young and Jackson. Who are you arguing with outside?
Oh, sorry you had to see that. Vicky and me, we go back. I help her out where I can, but there are limits.
Does Vicky need help? Or why does she need
If you
help?
don't know, I probably shouldn't say. You guys are obviously not from the neighborhood.
Oh, I'm dead ass serious from this neighborhood. For days.
Your accent's not bad. You could pass for a local. but
Uh-huh.
No, Vicky's an old friend and a good cop once upon a time. I ain't betraying that,
Yeah,
even
fair.
if she has become the neighborhood nut.
So Space, the way it works, right, is you create your character at the start of the game. And we chose a dude that is an actor named Moore. And because he's an actor, he gets these extra dialogue options that is for acting, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, if there were just 3 jobs altogether you could pick, but yeah, you pick job, gender, and name.
Vicky said something about your wife. Was it a tragedy?
It was a tragedy.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
it was a tragedy. That's all it was.
A tragedy? What happened?
It was a tragedy. That's all it was.
Neighborhood nut?
You've seen her around. You know what I'm talking about. She skeeves everyone out. The cops want nothing to do with her. Even her own family's ready to write her off.
Her own family won't talk to her?
I said enough. Sorry. Hey, that guy? You okay?
I'm fine. It's just what you said. To turn away from your own family. It's the hardest thing in the world.
Yeah, it's a
Could
tragedy.
be. Vicky made it easy for him, I'll say that much.
That's all you have to say about your wife?
It was a tragedy. That's all it was.
Well,
I
see you
ain't
around.
Kind of like in the book 1984, there's the concept of, are you really sane if you're a minority of one? It's kind of like that, where they're the ones that have been modified, but she's the one that's considered a nutter because.
Yeah. Yep. A wide variety of local beers on tap. Well, let's go outside in the rain and hunt her down.
That man, Vinny, did his emotions read a bit false to you?
You're not wrong. His wife died. He's been brainwashed not to think about it. He should be grieving. He needs to be grieving. It's just what you do.
The road bends back towards the promenade. Oh, where's Vicky going now? Is it still a tragedy, officer?
I asked you to leave.
It's tragedy.
Is Vicky really a neighborhood nut?
Neighborhood nut. You been talking to Vinny? Look, she's going through a rough patch. No question there. But you can't talk about cops that way, suspended or not. It's about respect.
You did not seem very respectful when you spoke to Vicky
Ah,
yourself.
sick burn.
That's different. I'm a cop.
Is it true that Vicky's family won't speak to her?
Eesh. Word gets around, don't it? Think it's easy for the Santinas? They're a cop family to the bone, going back 100 years at least. Getting suspended like that had to be a blow.
It doesn't matter. You don't turn away from your family.
I won't argue there. But in Vicky's case, I think it was mutual. Her folks had their anniversary barbecue last month. Vicky was there. Things went down. Wasn't pretty.
How'd that barbecue?
Like I said, it was for her folks' wedding anniversary. I don't know what went down, but the neighbors had to call the cops. Which, as you can imagine, made things a bit awkward at the next briefing meeting.
Let's try again. What happened?
It's just a tragedy.
I suggest we stop this line of inquiry. She is obviously the victim of mental manipulation.
Alright.
Sure. Please try and stay clear.
See you around. Alright, Vicky, where are you?
Is this what the old days were like?
The old days.
You know what I mean? Going into the field every day, a new monster in every shadow. For 50 years, you and Kalash talked about almost nothing else.
I suppose it is easy to romanticize the past.
I love Monster of the Week type shows.
Seriously? It took forever to get here.
Okay.
Let's finish investigating here first.
Please be standing on the pier. Nope. Where did she go? Suppose we could speak to the young cop. Hey, boy.
Evening, sir.
Is it true that Vicky's family turned against her?
Turned against her? Who said that? I haven't turned against her.
Wait.
What?
You're related to Vicky?
Fine. Now you know. She's my sister.
Oh,
I'm not
wow.
trying to make a big deal out of that, okay? Vicky's been nothing but trouble ever since she got shot.
Oh,
Oh,
Vicky was shot?
Right in the shoulder. It was during that nightclub shooting last year. Vicky was the only one to get out alive. That kind of thing is bound to mess anybody up. But Vicky isn't Vicky anymore.
Vicky is messed up? How?
That's just it. We don't know. She just got weird, angry, all the time, twitchy, paranoid. She keeps bothering people with questions, trying to solve cases that we closed a long time ago.
What cases did Vicky try to reopen?
Just tragedies. That's all they are.
Uh-huh.
Each of them, just a tragedy.
If Vicky's such a problem, why don't you stop her?
She's a Santina. That name still carries some weight around here. At least until she takes it too far. Which she will, the way she's going.
You sound almost ashamed of her. Your own sister.
Hey, man, you think I haven't tried talking to her? Tried to get her counseling, whatever? She won't listen. I feel bad for her, but she's gone somewhere none of us can follow. I'm not getting dragged down with her, and that's a fact. If she wants to live in Vinny's crap basement, that's her business.
Ah, okay. This is good. We heard something about a family barbecue.
See, that's the kind of crap I'm talking about. My parents do a barbecue every summer for their anniversary. All the neighborhood cops go. So, of course, Vicky has to show up and cause a scene. Gets into a screaming match with Captain Harrison.
Okay.
I mean, the captain. They almost threw hands. I get that Vicky went through a lot, but you just don't do that.
Vicky lives under Vinny's bar.
Yeah, since her severance package ran out, that's all she can afford.
So, a brother and sister both cops?
All of us Santinas are cops. Our dad, grandpa, my two big brothers. It's a family thing, at least until now.
Have you ever wanted to be a cop, Steve? Has it ever crossed your mind?
Not really. And I sort of come from a cop family too. Like on my other side, I've got an auntie and a cousin. Both cops. But no, not really. They did once put on the Victorian police stuff on me and said I'd looked good as a cop, but like when I was young. Or like a teenager.
About that BBQ last month.
I told you, Vicky and the captain almost threw hands. I'm trying to pretend it didn't happen.
Okay, so we have two leads. We have one to speak to the captain because she almost threw hands, and then we've got Vinny's bar is where she lives.
Yeah, some of it is where she is now. Might be why she's disappeared. She's just gone down to the basement.
Is Vicky really a neighborhood nut?
Who said that? Was it Vinny? Fucking Vinny. Of course, he's not wrong, is he?
See you later, officer.
Right. See you.
Does a big turnaround. It's like, hey, fucking Vinny. Well, I guess he's got a point.
Yeah.
Yes? What is it? I'm quite busy here.
Is it true that you and Vicky got into a fight?
Everyone's a gossip, aren't they? Yes, it's true. It was my fault. I shouldn't have risen to her. But Vicky has a way. She gets under your skin, needling you until you snap. Useful on the job, not so much in civilian life.
What did you argue about?
You might have noticed she's been acting erratic. So she was asked specifically not to come to the party. She came anyway. She took a handful of the party invitations and burned them on the grill. I've never seen anything so petty in my life.
Wow.
So I tried to make her leave. She was looking for a fight. I almost gave it to her. I should have known better.
About Vicky?
I do not gossip about my officers, even suspended ones. Please take your idle speculation elsewhere.
What happened to the barbecue again?
As I said, Vicky was looking for an argument. I almost gave it to her. I shouldn't have. She took a handful of the party invitations and burned them on the grill. I've never seen anything so petty in my life.
Right.
Yes, well,
So
if
long.
you'll excuse me, I have now paperwork to climb.
Off to see Vinny. Speak about that apartment underneath. Why'd you steal the gift a sub for points option? What does that even mean? Why did I steal a gift sub for points? I don't even know what that is. Pitted with rust marks. We gotta go speak to Vindog. Oh, I don't know. I must have done that ages ago. Yo, Vinny!
Hey,
I heard that Vicky lives in your basement.
yeah. I never use the room, so I rent it out sometimes. The door's got a keypad lock. But since I let the renter choose the combo, there aren't any problems. Having Vicky down there is awkward as hell, but what can I do? Let her live in the street? As long as she uses the alley entrance and doesn't bother my customers, we don't have a problem.
Oh, that's the keypad
What is?
you were playing with before. You
Oh,
wrote
y- oh
6969
yeah.
in.
Yep. I thought there was the code for it that I missed.
Yeah, I don't have code.
Is Vicky home?
She's never home. She only comes home to sleep. What she does all day is her own business.
Can I take a look around Vicky's room? Just strangers coming in to saying that.
No. Good thing to ask. Why would I let
I'd
you
be
do that?
sport.
That's fair. She's our friend. She told us to wait for her down there.
Huh. I'm impressed
She's
she
already
has any
caught
friends
us.
left. Still, I can't help it. You can wait in here for her if you want.
He's already caught us lying once.
Yep. We really need to get down to Vicky's room.
And why would I let you do that?
We're trying to solve these murders before there's another one.
There aren't any murders, man. I told you, it's just a bunch of tragedies. That's all it is.
We really need to get down to Vicky's room.
And why would I let you do that?
Something's going on here and we want to get to the bottom of it.
You sound as crazy as Vicky. Nothing is going on. It's just a tragedy. That's all it is. I ain't going anywhere.
What could the code be? Fly over the circuit. Use matchbook. I think there was one more option here, actually.
There was a tragedy. That's all it was.
Misclicked.
And why would I let you do that?
Your wife was murdered, Vinny. We're trying to solve it.
She was a tragedy. That's all it was. A tragedy.
She was a
Stop
tragedy.
Trying to make this more than it is. I ain't going anywhere.
Okay. Our leads have shriveled up.
I asked you to leave.
Is it true that Vicky's family won't speak to her?
Eesh. Word gets around, don't it? You think it's easy for the Santinas? They're a cop family to the bone, going back 100 years at least. Getting suspended like that had to be a blow.
It doesn't matter. You don't turn away from your
we've already
family.
heard this.
I won't argue there. But in Vicky's case, I think it was mutual. Her folks had their anniversary barbecue last month.
Yep.
Vicky was there. Things went down. Wasn't pretty.
About that
Why do
barbecue.
you keep asking about that? It was her folks' anniversary. We cops were called in. It was dead-ass awkward.
Alright.
Sure. Please try and stay clear.
I wonder if the keypad, if we get one of the other, like, other characters to do it, whether they can see, like, the fingerprints on the buttons or something.
Evening, sir.
Okay.
Right. See you.
We haven't been in the storage unit since. Maybe something's changed. Nothing has changed. Okay. Come on, Ghost. Tell us what the code is.
I fail to see how I can be of use there.
Not sure what you want me to do there.
Damn. Okay. Heart knock. Heavy cinder block. oozing trash bags. That's not a real good descriptor. Where to she now? Ooh, flyers in the window advertise a quiz night and karaoke. I would love to do bar trivia, but every time I've gone to do it, something's gone wrong and stood in the way. Like we went to do it in Iceland, and it was like Thursday nights, bar trivia, and that one Thursday, it got cancelled.
You've never done it?
Nah, never. Can we sit in the booth and wait? No.
I've done it twice.
Oh, nice. Did you win?
Nah. But surprisingly, it's surprisingly
What you
well.
want me to do there?
There's always one like ace team that's like takes it way too seriously, and you can tell they pick their team based on like to cover all areas of knowledge and perfect everything. And yeah.
Oh, bloody eyelash in my eye. Ugh, horrible.
The fun part is knowing that, trying to pick them, like look at the various groups and goes, oh yeah, those guys are doing it as a lark. Those guys may be regulars, but they don't take it seriously. And then it's like, yeah, there's usually one or two that take it way too seriously.
A horror film about a nightstick possessed by a serial killer. Not bad. A note scrawled on the popular drink recipes. Alright, Vinny, come on, give us some new information.
Hey,
Professional pub quiz players are confusing.
And why would I let you do that?
Never mind.
All right. That's settled. Like I said, I couldn't even get you in there if I wanted to. Vicky chose her own code for the door.
Hey, is that a clue? Is there something that was said that Vicky may have put as a code? Tragedy?
It was a tragedy. That's all it was. I ain't going anywhere.
You can't look at that thing on the ground closer or any other notes.
These are like flyers, but no. You can only interact with them when they have the icon. I think it's like a hand to pick up. It's a blue icon too. Kind of like the doorway, how it has the walk icon. Oh, you know what we could do?
Seems like a nice place. If I didn't need to keep my head, I might order something.
A colorful establishment. One I would not mind spending some time in.
Oh, someone's got a crush on Vin Dog.
I don't know about professional pub trivia players, but in terms of the ones that take it seriously, I can sort of get it because there's a high when you get things right. Like a money high, and I imagine they're just chasing that.
What's up?
You
know my powers are at your disposal, right? You need anything roasted or fire red, you let me know.
Roasted or... I don't think so.
Right.
Alright, what about you, lady?
Yes. Vicky Santina appears to be the center of the goings-on around here. I would very much like to speak to her.
Me too.
We're trying.
Vicky Santina agreed.
I wonder if you talk to the people at different locations where it's different information.
Yes. Vicky Santina appears to be...
Okay.
Agreed.
I asked you to leave. It's just a tragedy.
I suggest we stop this line of
It's
inquiry.
interesting because
He
for
is
the other
obviously the victim
characters,
of mental manipulation.
the lines of dialogue like clear out when we've finished it, but
Why do you keep asking about that? It was her folks' anniversary.
not for
The
her.
cops were called in. It was dead-ass awkward. Sure. Please try and stay clear.
Can we burn the body?
Not sure what you want me to do there.
Agreed.
Is there anything we want burnt? Maybe a trash fire to lure somebody out or something?
Yes. Vicky Santina appears to be the... Agreed.
What's up?
Do you know what her favorite 4-digit number is?
Oh, I know what it is. It just... What did Vicky do with the invitations?
Read them all. Oh, okay.
And what can we do?
I read them.
Sure, but maybe we should get away from the mundanes first. The Veil can only do so much. Sure, but maybe we should get away from
the
the
mundanes.
first.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Right.
That's fair. Let's go back alley into it. No mundanes there.
What's up? Sure. What do you need? Sure. Just a sec.
Oh, maybe that's the code. Wedding anniversary. Join us for a barbecue. Frank and Abby's Santina barbecue. All right, so
Six.
American 0. It'll be 1. Yeah, 0618.
Seems pretty typical as these things go. I used to host a bunch of backyard barbecues myself back in the day. Of course, these days I wouldn't even need to buy fuel.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
The smell. Quite unpleasant.
Vicky, you smell like shit.
Yeah.
A dull but
She's a-
solid butter knife has a coating of white dust on it. Let's steal it.
She might be a professional Twitch streamer.
Yeah. She's, what do they call it? Rot
Cool.
coring. Yeah. Yuck.
I was thinking that guy also with the blood wall. I don't think he's actual rock core, but still gross.
A red post-it note lying on the next to a clutch of empty bottles. A clutch? Be sure of one thing, Santina. You are not insane. You are not the one who's crazy. The key is to look under crazy. Don't forget. An official-looking document, peppered with bullet holes.
That's the firing letter. Yeah.
Note of termination. Dear Ms. Santina, we are deeply saddened to inform you that your position at Staten Island Police Department has been suspended. Due to your violation of Officer Code Conduct Section 3A, we have no choice but to end your employment with us effective immediately. Suspension isn't ending the employment though, surely. Please turn your badge associated IDs to Captain Harrison. We are aware of your extraordinary circumstances surrounding your situation and agree to revisit this decision pending psychological evaluation. Alright. Novel bedclothes on a soggy air mattress? Jesus. You are not cray. Statement or a reminder? Guy Laputa, retired. Where is he? Me? Marlene DeMarco, found in alley, missing 1 week, chewed to pieces. Johnny Vitarella, found on the dock, missing 4 days, heart torn out. Pam Pranny, found in the bathroom, missing for 6 days, throat crushed. Russ Stefani, found on street, missing 1 week, head bashed in. Ooh, okay.
Yes. I do not think we have explored this room thoroughly. We are missing something.
Okay.
Agreed.
Missing something, eh? Unless we can use the knife with something.
Maybe you should try something else.
Yeah. What do we need to Jimmy?
I fail to see the purpose of that.
What is this?
I fail to
Fuzzy
see the
moss.
purpose of that.
What
What's up?
say you, Beckett?
You are not crazy? Jesus. What drove her to write something like that? Right.
Something to do with this, eh? We rub it off? Use a...
One of the oh shit.
key card. Hell yeah. And now, we can go to the storage locker.
Ugh, what a way to live.
You live in a basement too, as I recall.
Yeah, but mine's cozy. And my neighbors are less, dead.
Don't move.
Uh-oh.
Any of you. Okay, now turn around, nice and slow. Holy shit. It's you, the one who sliced up those actors.
Oh,
Give me one reason why I shouldn't put a bullet in your head right now.
wait, you recognize me?
You serious? You killed a bunch of people. There was an APB with your picture on it for months. I've been watching you. You've been sniffing around, asking about me.
Sure have.
You were talking to that thing behind you.
It's not a thing. It's a human spirit.
You think I don't fucking know that? Marlene DeMarco. Missing for a week, then found dead in this alley, arms and legs chewed to pieces. There's been no investigation. Nobody even wants to talk about it. Not the cops, not her husband, nobody. Nobody except you. So tell me, what is going on?
You avoid touch, Vicky, like us.
Like you. Don't insult me. Last year, I was in the hospital. This guy named Marino went crazy, started shooting everyone. I took him out, but I took one in the shoulder. Spent a month in recovery. Things were fine, but when I got out, everything was weird.
But you were physically fine?
Yeah, my arm's solid as a rock. I can hold this position all night. 12 years I've been a cop. You think that means something? No, I'm out on my ass. Everyone thought I was crazy. Me, bodies piling up all over town, and I'm the crazy one. Nobody cared. Not the cops I used to serve, not even the victims' families. It was like they didn't even notice. I thought I was the only one. But you guys notice, don't you?
That's why we're here. We're here to help.
Bullshit. Why should I believe a word you say? No. Here's what's gonna happen. We're all gonna march down to the police station. Then you're gonna tell the captain everything. Tell her what you can see. Convince them I'm not crazy. Get them to give me my badge back.
You're not crazy. That's what we're trying to tell you.
Fine. Convince them that. You and the rest of your murder cult.
The term murder cult is a blatant falsehood. This man was possessed. He was guilty of no crime.
I'm sorry. Who are you?
I am Mandana.
Look, Madonna. I could care less what you guys are. We're going to the station.
No, we are not.
Stay right there. For real?
Please lower your weapon. We wish no harm upon you.
This has got to be a joke. Drop that thing before you hurt yourself.
I am a servant of the Unavowed. We are the wall against the oncoming darkness.
Final warning. Lower your weapon now.
We have vital duties to perform. You are in our way.
You asked for it.
Oh!
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
We need not be enemies. Please, join us. Help us. Perhaps we can help you in return.
I want to be normal. I don't want this. You want to help? Stay the hell out of my way. And stay the hell away from me.
Come back.
Her eyes and mind are closed. She could be a valuable asset if she would but open them.
Alright. Well, speaking of opening, let's open up her storage locker. Boop, boop, boop. Pew. An unruly heap of papers and boxes lying within Vicky's storage unit. Oh shit, okay.
You guys must think I'm stupid, don't you?
Uh-oh.
Breaking into my apartment, going through my stuff. I might not have a badge anymore, but I know a Class B felony when I see one.
Vicky, is that you?
Don't sound so surprised. What did you think was gonna happen? Now sit tight, the cops will be here any minute.
We still want to help you, Vicky. Don't do this.
You can help me by being good citizens and surrendering peacefully. Then tell them everything you know.
This will not end well. Trust us.
Bullshit. There are laws. There are rules. You guys are spitting on them. Donnie, you got my call, thank Christ.
Hello, Vicky.
Christmas came early, baby brother. I got 3 perps in there. Gift wrapped just for you.
His
They're
eyes.
marked, so you should call for backup. Just make sure you get credit for the caller. Donnie, you gonna move your ass or what? Donnie, what the holy fuck?
You were killed here. Unknown shooter. It was a tragedy. That's all it was.
Donnie, no.
A tragedy. Just a tragedy.
Donnie, this isn't you. Snap out of it.
Just a...
Shit. I don't want to do this, Donnie.
Oh shit. Maintenance panel embedded in the wall, held by a few screws.
That panel is embedded in the wall. We will not remove it that way.
Do I still have the knife? I do. Sprinkler? Why not? I know. Door open. Or door closed.
Oh, no. I know how to do it. Alright, go back
Did
to
you really
it.
think that was gonna work?
Sure.
Disconnect door open. Boop. Connect the sprinkler to door open.
Oh, can you do that?
So I'm assuming so. No, door open.
Yeah, I was just seeing if it... That's cool. I didn't realize you could do that.
I go back and get the fire guy to set off the sprinklers.
Yeah, good idea.
Not now. We need to get out of here before those two kill each other.
Oh, yeah. Whoop.
Not sure what you want me to do there.
I mean...
Maybe there's a sprinkler button.
There's no time to go through this stuff now. Somebody's about to get shot out there.
There's a good idea. Maybe...
Not now.
That would only break the knife.
Let's have a look here. Yeah, that does seem right, yeah. Door closed.
Or maybe connect... I don't know which way it is around, so connect the... No. Take that out. Connect that middle one, that one, to the sprinkler. Because it might be the other way. I know which ones are inputs and outputs. Now try to get that guy to set off the sprinklers.
I want to see if there's an actual...
No.
He needs sort of...
Not now.
Oh yeah, there we go.
How How did you...
Magic.
Whatever, just stay back. You'll get yourself shot.
O ye of little faith.
Oh,
Guns. So combustible. It's safe. You can all come out now. You too, Vicky.
Is he okay?
He'll be fine.
Shit. What a mess.
we're on your side, Vicky. Can you see that now?
Yeah, I guess I can. I'm sorry. You saved my life. Thank you. It's been a long year, but that doesn't excuse
It's been a
anything.
long year.
Grade A jerk.
Getting
Your
from
eyes
there
are
to
open to the
here.
truth now. That is all we can hope for.
The truth. Right. Were you really possessed when you killed all those people?
Mm-hmm. Yes, it wasn't me. It was something else.
It was, wasn't it? This is all crazy, but I believe you.
So, are you with us?
Someone brainwashed my brother to kill me. You don't mess with two Santinas and get away with it.
Vic?
Donnie.
It was Harrison.
Harrison?
What?
Captain Harrison? She told you to kill me?
How? Why?
It's okay, Donnie, but you're sure? Joy Harrison.
Wow.
That Captain Harrison?
She said, meet her on her boat. When it was done, said it was a tragedy. Just a tragedy.
Harrison, huh?
Interesting.
Stay safe, Donnie. Your sister has business to take care of. You guys coming with me or what?
Sure are.
Shouldn't someone stay here with Donnie?
I like that he's laying on his stomach and he's just talking.
Yeah. So they're singing Barbie.
Who do
It's
we...
a shitty choice because I don't know who we're gonna need.
Let's see. We're going to... We'll get Fire Guy to stay here. Because she can get out a scimitar and cut bullets.
Sure. I'll make sure he's okay.
Oh, it's probably because
Right. Thanks.
we've only
Let's
got
go.
room for 2 people in the party, maybe?
Getting
Yeah.
away, move it!
Oh,
That's like a scene
Stop the
from
boat,
War
Harrison.
Games.
That's Captain Harrison. You Santinas. Never any respect.
Fuck respect. Stop the boat.
And the language. You get that from your father. Although your mother isn't much
oh.
Stop the fucking boat.
Whatever you say. Just lower that gun. There.
You're behind the brainwashings and the murders?
Oh. It's you. You're the actor who slashed up that theater in Brooklyn. Quite the chameleon you are. You've eluded us for months. I should be impressed. I can't exactly judge you. Not after everything that I've done.
You recognize me? Your void touched?
I have no idea what that means, but it doesn't really matter, does it? He is coming.
Who is coming?
The General. I met him out here, on the water. He gave me this power to manipulate minds. I used it to further my career. Convinced old Laputa to take early retirement.
Ooh.
I should have known there'd be a price.
What about all the murders?
They weren't murdered. They were conscripted. For the General, you see. He needs soldiers. His people can't fight on land, you see. He needs us for that. That was the deal. He gave me this power. I would send him people. For his army.
People?
Yes. He would send them back eventually. In pieces, usually.
Oh.
Pieces.
Then I would use my new power to cover it up.
You sacrifice people, then brainwash the police to ignore it?
Not just the police. Friends. Family. Anyone who would question the status quo. He gave me no choice. He would have killed me otherwise. But it could have been worse. The General wanted hundreds. I only gave him a dozen.
Yeah, you're a freaking hero. You made me think I was crazy. You made everyone think I was crazy. So tell me, you gaslighting bitch, why single me out?
I don't know. I didn't want to, believe me. But I can't touch your mind. The General's power. You're immune.
I'm what?
She is void touched, as we are. Your power will not work on us.
I knew that as soon as you walked into the station. I knew then I'd have to take action.
You sent my brother to kill me.
I thought you'd leave, Vicky. Then you just move away in shame after everyone should. But no, you just dug in deep. Instead of moving away, you moved down the block. Typical Santina. Like a dog with a bone. You just won't let go!
Uh-oh. Oh, the general.
What the fuck?
Silence! Summoner, you have returned at last. Do you intend to fulfill your promise to me?
I'm sorry. You have me confused with someone else. No. Hi, General. Long time no see.
Install. You have come empty-handed. You instructed me to bond with a human, one with ambition, and they would bring me an army. I have done so, and yet I still wait for an army worthy of the name. So I ask again, where is my army, Summoner? My people continue to get slaughtered by the hour.
There will be no army, General.
Jest. Surely you jest. You are the one who summoned me here. You are the one who promised me an army. But you just toy with me. Why?
I don't know. I was possessed at the time.
You don't know? You play with the lives of my people, and you don't know?
Right. Enough of this.
There is only one outcome here, Summoner. Your death. The blood of my people demands it.
Uh-oh. What are we doing here?
The general is a hardened warrior. I doubt a butter knife will do much damage.
Alright, well...
You are really delaying the inevitable.
Is what the general said true? You summoned me here.
I was possessed at the time.
Nevertheless, the fact remains. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be here right now. You're just lucky the general chose me. Anyone else would have seen hundreds dead by now.
Yeah, yeah.
I hope you have a plan.
I cannot strike the creature from this range.
Alright. Okay.
No, stop.
You reckon? Oh, I see what you're doing.
What the hell are you doing?
Oh. Yeah, you thought he was gonna get skewered, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's
Cannot
not
strike
fast
the
enough.
creature from this range.
Is she crazy?
Like a fox.
I have no quarrel with you.
Nevertheless, you have one. The creature is still out of range.
Okay. Now we stop it. Got him.
Was this your plan? I should have known. To bait me into battle. To fight me. To kill me.
We never wanted to fight you.
Yes, I can see that. This world, I do not understand it.
Then understand this. You will either leave this world or perish.
You give me the choice. You show me mercy.
We are aware of your desperation, and that you were taken advantage of. We are not without sympathy.
I see. Very well. I accept your terms. I will leave and never return.
What about Harrison's brainwashing abilities?
Yeah, good question.
Joy Harrison and I are bonded. She will share my power as long as
Take her with you.
Can't hear you.
I am alive.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Indeed. The bond between you and Harrison is still in effect. That bond enables you to traverse between our worlds, true?
She is my anchor in this world, yes. And I have accepted your terms. I will honor them.
You speak the truth, but your people are desperate. You are desperate. We require an act of good faith. Break the bond, then go in peace.
I cannot. It is permanent. It remains in place until either I die or she does.
What if you take Harrison back with you? Yeah.
Then her anchor will be in my world. I will be unable to return here.
And we'll be free of her brainwashing ass.
An elegant solution. Almost poetic.
What? You must be joking. I'm the innocent.
Bullshit.
Innocent. You accepted my offer. Quite eagerly, I might add.
The only innocents were the ones who suffered.
So, tell me what you wish. Joy Harrison would make a fine soldier.
Take Harrison with you.
What? No!
Move it. Whatever happens over there couldn't happen to anyone nicer.
The bargain's been struck. I will have one new soldier for my efforts this night.
Damn you all!
No!
Screw you, General! And screw your war. I hope your people die. I hope they
Surely
choke.
she won't. Oh! Well, we gave her the choice.
Jesus.
The bond is broken. When I return home, I will have no path back here.
Then leave in peace, General.
Peace.
Yes, my people need me. With or without an army. Goodbye. I pray we will not meet again.
See ya.
First in your class.
The bond is
Totally
broken achievement.
impressed.
I would never hear the end of it if I wasn't.
Still, any father would be proud.
There she is. Vicky!
Boy, do we have a story
Vicky,
to tell you.
Is it true? Did Harrison order me to kill you?
You don't remember?
I'm not sure. Last thing I remember, I was talking to Harrison, then I'm waking up in the storage room with a splitting headache. I got up and found this guy. He told me to wait here for you. What happened? Where's the captain?
She's gone. She's not coming back.
I don't know why, but I think that's a good thing.
Yep.
You have no idea.
Right. The less I know, the better. But I do know one thing. I'm sorry for everything.
So, you guys have a wizard clubhouse or something?
We have a headquarters, yes.
How do we get there? Magic carpet?
No, the ferry and on the subway.
Yeesh. Well, let's jet. The 10:05 ferry's leaving any minute.
Hell yeah, another achievement. Welcome, Vicky. Vicky has joined your party. Sweet. We don't know what her power is.
Maybe just shooting fools.
Yeah. That's right. Look at this photograph. Where's Vicky's room gonna be?
Good evening. I trust you are rested after last night? Myself, I could not sleep one wink. Being at sea always leaves me rejuvenated. It was like old times.
You handled yourself pretty well out there.
The general was no true warrior. He barely noticed the blade aimed at his belly. Still, the threat is ended. My mother would be proud of that, at least.
Was your mother a djinn as well?
She was not formidable, but merely human. I do not often dwell on the past, but I dare not forget it. I am the daughter of the pirate queen of Ulster, and her legacy lives through me. Speaking of which, I must continue my training. I will see you at the meeting.
Hey. We talk a bit more first?
We may.
Hey, sweet. Can you really detect falsehoods?
Yes. Lies and falsehoods make djinns uncomfortable. We cannot abide the sensation. Of course, the ability to detect a lie is often useful in the field, so I have accepted it.
I grew up on Mars. I'm 120 years old.
That is remarkable. I only detect faint traces of falsehood within you. I can see why you chose the stage as a profession. You truly believe the words you say. Still, please try not to lie to me again, even in jest. Think of fingernails on a chalkboard, but inside your brain. Djinns cannot abide to speak a lie, let alone listen to one.
Hardwood, fine. How you doing? Pirate King of Ulster. Any thoughts on that last mission?
Harrison's death was Not your doing.
Oh, I don't.
Do not blame yourself. All her choices were the result of selfishness and greed. They caught up with her. That is all.
How is Vicky settling in?
We have spent the morning conversing. She seems quite eager, anxious to prove herself. I have seen her sort before. Recruits like her are the first to throw themselves into danger, and are the first to get themselves killed. I have grown fond of her. I hope that does not happen.
Okay. So you can't speak a lie either.
Indeed. No Jinn could. It gives us physical pain. Of course, this means that Jinns resort to mind tricks and verbal trickery.
Oh, is that why like a genie's wish is like a monkey paw?
Mm.
Mind tricks and verbal trickery? You're saying I shouldn't trust you?
You can trust me to tell the truth. I have no desire to trick you or anyone else. My purpose is to serve the Unavowed. Nothing more, nothing less.
But if tricking me served the Unavowed...
This is why nobody trusts the Jinn. One always looks for a hidden meaning. Mind games and wordplay are silly. I find them tiresome. So I have focused my efforts elsewhere. I hope you will grow to trust me. And that is the truth.
I hope to earn your trust as well.
Keep performing as you have, and you will have it.
I have some questions about yourself.
Me? What do you want to know?
Your mother was a pirate?
I did not say pirate. I said pirate queen.
Oh.
She had a whole fleet of ships. She ruled the waters of half of the old Irish kingdoms before she was through. Her portrait hangs in the study. She was a formidable woman, but in the end, merely human. Though it has been centuries since she passed, I still remember her. Every time I swing this blade on my back.
I'd like to ask about something else.
I will do my best to answer.
Any thoughts on the last mission?
Harrison's death was all her...
Yeah, I'll leave you to it.
Thank you.
Alright, downstairs to Beckett. Oi, Beckett.
Hey there, you're awake.
Hello.
Sounds like you had quite the harbor cruise last night. Most people would pay good money for that.
Didn't do much sightseeing.
You mean you didn't glance once at the Statue of Liberty? I guess you're a real New Yorker after all. But seriously, the brass ones on that guy, showing up in the middle of the harbor like he did. Supernatural creatures used to be more skittish. They worked in the shadows. They're getting braver, bolder, flexing their muscles in front of mundanes. And if that goes unchecked, well, we know where that leads, don't we?
You've seen something like this before?
Not personally, but it is personal. Sorry, I'm not making a whole lot of sense, am I?
Nope.
Many centuries ago, there was a fire mage. His name was Alden. He got bold too. He killed people with his power. Whole villages, armies. Nobody could stop him. He was my great-grandfather. So yeah, I know where this leads. And it's never anywhere nice. Anyway, see you at the meeting.
Can we talk a bit more first?
Fire away.
Hey, nuts. How's Vicky adjusting?
Surprisingly well. Better than I did back in the day. Of course, I was setting fire to everything I touched, so there was that.
I wonder where Vicky is, actually.
Yeah, I guess I can't casually mention an evil fire mage and not expect a follow-up question. Like I said, he's my great-grandfather. Or was. He's dead now.
Are you as powerful as him?
No. I mean, I could be. I just choose not to be. Alden got too bold and too powerful. Someone had to do something about it.
Too beautiful.
So the families of his victims got together. They made a deal with the Fae of the Unseelie Court. How they did it, I don't know. But they turned themselves into hunters.
Fae, as in fairies?
Fairies, elves, whatever you want to call them. They're trouble with a capital T. They became the Hunters of Alden, infused with unimaginable power. They were dedicated to one purpose, and one purpose only. Stopping and killing Alden by any means necessary.
So did they kill him?
Yep. Alden needed to die. He was, well, he was insane, no question. And after a long, bloody battle, they did it. Alden was dead. But the hunters weren't done. Not by a long shot. They decided all fire mages had to die. And they've been doing it ever since.
Oh, but you're a fire mage.
Yep. When my power manifested, they were drawn to me like a homing beacon. They wanted to kill me. Mandana and Kalash found me just in time. They helped me fake my death, threw the hunters off my trail, and I've been here ever since. So yeah, monsters working out in the open never leads to anything good. People will fight back, one way or another, and innocents have to pay the price every time. Anyway, see you at the next meeting, I guess.
Can we talk a bit more first?
Fire away.
Did I ask you about the pictures on your wall?
Sure, I guess.
Which one was the one that he didn't want to talk about? That picture is nothing special. Why are you smiling?
I am? Huh. Yeah, I guess I am. The picture was taken in 77, 78, around 5 years after my powers kicked in anyway. I'd buried myself down here, studying old books, experimenting with spells, trying to come to terms with everything. Then Mandana dragged me out to the park. We fed the birds. It was nice, normal, ordinary. I felt human, and I can never forget that. Not ever.
Curious about that wedding picture.
Well, I can't deny that's me. Almost 70 years ago that was taken. Could we not talk about this yet?
Let's talk about something else.
Sure.
Any thoughts on the last mission?
Harrison was a nasty piece of work. But honestly, if I was faced with the same fate, I might have done the same thing.
Hell yeah.
I don't judge you for making that call. You tried to avoid bloodshed. It backfired. It happens.
Alright, I'll leave you to it.
Right. See you around.
Oh.
What?
Just surprised he went back to that fireball.
Vicious looking weapons decorate the wall.
Please do not disturb those. It took centuries to arrange them just the way I like them.
Alright, Vixter.
So this place is real. It's all real. You know, when I got up this morning, I thought I dreamt it all. But everything's changed. People are remembering that people died. I heard Vinny crying all night. He doesn't understand. How could he? I want to tell him, but that would be a really bad idea. Anyway, I'm ready to get to work.
I want to know what her power is. You said
It's not to us, there's no specific, well, we've sort of manifested something, but
we can sort of see the actions beforehand, I guess.
I'm fine.
yeah, but they sort of didn't know that.
Show me the monsters and I'll take them out.
It does a mixture. Some people have powers, but some people are just void touched and they just buy them to be.
How's Donnie doing?
Donnie? He's super pissed. He's not sure what happened, but he knows he was tricked. He's doing his best to make it right. Not that it really can be made right.
What's happened on Staten Island since we left?
The station's a madhouse. All the victims' families are flooding the place, demanding answers. The cops don't know what to say. You'd think I'd feel a bit of, I don't know, vindication or whatever. But I just want to move on.
Any thoughts on the last mission?
I can't change what happened to all those people, but if I can stop it from happening to anyone else, I'm ready and raring to go.
Does that mean that when we give her a room, it's going to be like rot core again? Surely the Jinn won't stand for that.
I think that's Rodcore just because I think that was her. I think it was just because it shows how impoverished she was.
Right. Catch you later.
I have been reading the reports of your last mission. It has been a long time since I have seen one of the merfolk. To hear they are so changed distresses me greatly.
You knew the merfolk?
Knew them? Yes, I Knew them quite well. The merfolk once lived in harmony with humanity. This is several thousand years ago, of course, but they were peaceful, playful, loyal to their allies. All they asked in return was to live in peace. Now I hear they are fighting for their lives, fighting wars, building armies. I suppose our world is not the only one which has evolved. Regardless, one must not live in the past. If you are ready, we will start the meeting.
Call the meeting.
I agree.
I am glad to see you made it, Detective Santina.
You don't need to call me that. I'm no detective. Not anymore.
My daughter speaks the truth. For a full year, you were on a mission to ferret out the truth at great risk to yourself. Is this correct?
Yeah. Who else was gonna do it?
Then it is settled. You are a detective. One who detects. Speak no more of it.
Who's Sung Wo Cho? Won Cho. Let's see. What about the giant sea monster? Can we speak of that?
Yes, I was just getting to that. The Jinn were great friends of the merfolk once. I remember them quite fondly. I am grateful you let the general live, but not at the expense of Joy Harrison's life.
She took
That
her
makes
own
less
life,
sense.
Father.
Sometimes a nasty perp does you a favor and ices themselves. Saves paperwork and manpower, not to mention lives. What? Pulling that trigger made things better for everyone. I ain't gonna pretend otherwise.
That was harsh, but truly spoken.
Darn right.
You all did good work last night, considering the circumstances. But my question still stands. Why? Why is the demon doing this? What does it have to gain?
We, still don't know.
Have you investigated the Bronx as instructed?
No.
Not yet.
Not yet, Father.
Can't be in
Then
two
perhaps
places at
we'll
once.
find our answers there.
Maybe we missed a clue in the village eye, a clue only a cop like Vicky could see.
I don't see any cops, so I guess you'll have to settle for me.
You all know your duty. Report back when you have new information. Meeting adjourned.
Holy shit!
You get used to that.
Awesome.
Juicy part is, you know, that bit where we got to choose who stayed behind with, was it Donnie the cop?
Yep.
Yeah, like if we'd have chosen her, the puzzle would be much different for how to defeat the merfolk from the boat.
Yeah, it feels like there's a lot of replay value in this. All right, I reckon this is the perfect spot to call it that. Doing a nice case. Let's see what we got. Yeah, we got to name it something better than that. Why can't I write in here? Oh, here we go. Vicky. Donnie's sister. There we go. Dobby? Yeah, that'll do. Dobby. Alright, well, let's see if there is anyone on to send you guys across to. Alright. You had the hiccup, Steve.
Yeah, a little bit. I think it was just the once off though.
You know how to cure hiccups, yeah? I learned this very recently. All you have to do is tell yourself that you don't have hiccups and they'll stop.
That don't ever work. That goes kinds of mind tricks.
Well, apparently it's pretty successful. All
I
right.
think that was the once off anyway. That was just like a little stomach thing.
Let's send you guys across to fucking Deej. Friend of the channel for sure. She is playing Balatro at the moment. So let's lock you in. All right. Well, make sure you guys do something fantastic this weekend. As always, have yourself a pizza, have yourself a taco, have yourself a Cornish pasty if that's what you're into. Not really my thing, but you know, if each their own. Yeah. What's coming up for streams? Steve's been playing some Jedi Survivor, which has been fantastic to watch. A lot of good fun.
Yep.
Yeah. At some point, I want to do another Rocksmith stream. I'm not sure when, but that is on the books in the future. Cornish pesto there, Artie. Fine. You still haven't had pesto, have you? Oh well, next time. Alrighty, sending you guys across. Have a fantastic weekend. Toodaloo.